Check. Good. Welcome back. More Obligatorant. I misspelled it. But here we are. I don't like this game. And I will never like it. But we got an obligation to do. So here we are. So, here we are with this game again. Oh, I really don't like this game. But, well, we're almost done with it. And when it is, I'm never playing this game again, nor I will revisit. There are no revisits. No matter what updates are gonna happen to this game, I'm not revisiting. I would rather do anything else. Single player, co-op, doesn't matter. Anyway, here we go. Here we are with this game again. Alright, here we go. So I was hoping to have started a little bit more earlier, but this is the best I can do under the circumstances. I really don't like this game. I really don't. But still more tolerable than League, which I'll continue to repeat for those that are not aware of my history with this and Riot's other game. Okay, I'm going to digress. We got, we got some games to do, and I still don't like this. Okay, get it over with. Yeah, we're gonna kill time. That's what we're gonna do. I really don't want to... Yeah, whatever. Is this how old this game is? 5 years? Not really the best game for 5 years. Could have added more features to compete with everything else. But, again, I digress. I think I know what we will play after I do this. If we have enough volunteers, but we will see. Okay, so we are waiting. For those of you that are just tuning in, I don't like this game, and I'm not even mentioning the game's name at all. I call this game Obligatorant. Any other shooting game out there is better than this, in my personal opinion. And that's me saying regardless if I'm good or decent or bad at this game. I think other games out there are much better. Whether they're worse or whether they have a smaller audience, but in my personal opinion, do yourself a favor, play any game than this. The bullet climb is just not a fun thing to deal with, and even I can hear the frustration from other players as well, just by playing normally, or even casually for that matter. Yep, that's how I could describe playing this game when I first came across this years ago. Hold on a second, I need to have some air here. We're just passing time. That's all what we're really doing here. Anything else out there will be more value than this. And don't even get me started on the gun skins they're trying to sell you in this game. At least other games out there will try to give you something different, you know, just to spice things up out of the normal formula. They're finally adding replay to this game. Woohoo! But you still can't have community servers, you know, custom maps. Nope, still can't do that, among other things. But yep. We're starting a little earlier today so I can do something else for the rest of the night. Yep. I was hoping to have started 40 minutes ago, but this is the best I can do under the circumstances. And nobody's picking anything? No? I was gonna pick Sage again. Whatever. Okay.
I've already thought of everything.
I don't even know Yoru plays. But I have played Killjoy in the past. So if I can't do Sage, I'll just do Killjoy. Yep. I only have a few more times to play this game. So I'm not even gonna bother playing the other agents. They're not really worth. They're not exactly worth it. I'm gonna forget about them. The sooner this game is done, the better, because my patience is growing slowly more thin every time I come into this game. You're not really missing much, in my personal opinion.
I would hate working here. You couldn't pay me to sit at a desk.
After today, 6 times. So after today, 6 times more for 2 hours on one day. So it's the home stretch. But I had too many things to do this week, so I couldn't do more if I wanted to. And yeah. Hey game, would it be nice to go inside these interiors just to mess around? Oh, we can't do that, no? Too bad. It's not fun. It's kind of boring. I really don't want to play this.
Placing sentry. Turrets destroyed.
Look at that, 4 shots. Nope, still don't like this game. Even if I get kills and sometimes win games, it still doesn't make me like this game more. Hexerin, Hexerin, a fellow user that I know from APB, made it very clearly about Bullet Climb, and I'm glad I don't have to like this game. So, speaking of which, hold on a second. Let me see if I can find.
Good. Again.
I'm trying to find the message. Nope. Oh boy. Nextran didn't make a very good explanation about the bullet claim, which I still remember. And I wish I could remember it right off the bat. But it is in the live chat history channel from previous broadcasts. I hope the quote that Texran did a long time ago is still there for us to look up. But yeah, the bullet climb is one of the things I don't like about this game. Or another way of explaining is the RNG. RNG can be interesting if done right, but in my opinion, not in this game.
Enemy spotted A.
Opponent killed.
Enemy down.
Okay, that was just a lucky shot, Remedy. That was just a reaction from me. I just got lucky.
Like clockwork.
I saw an enemy with the red outline, and I just
Their
reacted.
teeth will chatter
Okay,
in
that's
the
just a lucky
cold
shot.
and dark.
That still doesn't make me like this game more though.
Gun here.
Their fears betrayed them.
Placing alarm bot. Turret out.
Two shots. Yep. Yeah, this is, in my objectively honest opinion, not really a fun game. I tried Fragpunk. That game's player base is not exactly very good. It has not improved. But if Fragpunk was quote unquote successful with a huge player base, and most of the people from my server like that game, I would be playing that than this. But unfortunately, Fragpunk is a miss, and I doubt it's gonna get better.
And it all turns dark.
Yeah, live service games nowadays, you only have like a small window to succeed, quote unquote. Yeah, at this point, I've just started to embrace, you know, what I like and what don't like in games, and it doesn't have to be agreed upon by you know, big channels like what I'm doing in this platform here. It's better to be honest with yourself. But man, I really don't want to do this game. But thankfully, it's almost over.
Enemy spotted. Still got it. Omen killed.
Making cover.
I'm gonna run. Screw it. Nope. Don't. Oh well.
Make their fear your weapon.
I
Or
miss
use a
the
gun,
first-person
whichever.
shooters from the back in the day. Imagine if those games had a huge audience from the modern audience nowadays. Like I said before, the art direction, the art style in this game is one thing people will be impressed by, but the gameplay is something that leaves more to be desired. I still stand by the fact that this game could benefit from custom maps for the community that they can easily create, but no, can't do that.
No distraction.
Variable removed.
Okay. That was just lucky stuff. Wow, 2 freaking shots. Huh. And you wonder
What
why
do we learn
people
by fighting ourselves?
like and not like this game at the same time.
Thinking out loud.
Yep. I'm not even worried about winning or losing this match. I just do what you can, move on. That's my approach. Somehow I get 2 kills just by luck. Positioning is kind of important, but I'm not even that worried about, you know, doing well in this game.
Bam.
Wow. Not one shot. Not one freaking shot. Made it. If this was an old FPS from back in the day, at least one of my shots would hit that plane. But nope. Not here. Wow. The bullet climb is so bad. Yep.
You can trust my bots.
First thing some people are gonna say is, "Oh, you have to get used to how many times you gotta tap with your gun." In my personal opinion, that's not fun. Nope. If I was gonna do strategy, I'd rather do Age of Empires. There's a lot of multitasking to do in that game. I'm not good at it, but at least I care about it. Here, I don't. I digress, though. And all of these things are nothing new that I'm saying here. But I'm only repeating these things for people that are not aware of these little facts that I personally believe in.
Open up the sky. Scatter.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
I love the matchmaking.
Also,
Okay, that was just luck. Really? Not one of those shots hit? Not one? Oh, I hit them in the legs. Woohoo.
Show me a target.
My ult is ready.
Cool.
Enemy spotted. Down and out. Right. Nightmare, take them!
Got one.
Of course.
I can hold an area pretty well myself. Make sure to cover the angles I can't.
Here we go again.
I must stop their Reyna.
Turret out.
Many enemies B.
Lovely.
On my way.
You remember what I said? You remember what some people? You remember what I said about matchmaking games kind of being bad? In this game, more or less, it's the same thing. You get good teammates or experienced teammates on your side, or the other team is a lot more
Then
experienced
commit.
than you. And it can result in, having one-sided games like this. And that doesn't equal fun games. It just feels kind of like, it's just your time slowly being drained away. Whatever.
Stay awake. They
But
strike again.
you're wondering why I'm still doing this because of obligations.
The hunt begins.
Well, because obligations and time passing by.
Here.
Smoke's down.
Good at
No distraction.
Okay. Yep, this is a pretty meh match. Four hits and not kill. Yay.
Even with numbers, anything can
This
still
is
happen.
pretty
Remember that.
boring. When I realized the amount of time you gotta spend on each game here compared to Marvel Rivals and the amount of points you gotta get, this is painful by comparison.
forward.
This kind of reminds me of Deadlock, in a way.
Here.
Stand aside.
One hit. Lovely. Good news is I only have to do this game 6 more times after today. Couldn't come any sooner.
Spend everything. Hoarding money is useless now.
I still miss the Unreal games. Unreal Tournament. When Epic was still putting out games for those. Then their interest slowly went down over time. I miss those.
Fight.
Smoke's down.
Here.
Molly.
Initiated.
Beacon here.
Break you down.
Reloading.
Stopping fire.
Lockdown destroyed.
Launching smoke.
Yep.
Else
This
ready.
is a pretty forgettable match. Yep. Very forgettable match.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
Yep, this is pretty forgettable.
I didn't bring a snack. Did anyone bring a snack?
Yep, moving on to the next game. This is boring. Yeah, this is a waste. This is a waste of time. This match is a waste of freaking time.
Use that.
Boring. Next. Lord now. Can we get a match that's a little bit more close in line? Because that was a waste. Yeah. I'm not even looking at the results screen because it's not relevant. Nope. This is what happens when you get to be honest and you don't sugarcoat things. Some people like it, some don't, but at least you get to see honesty in display for once. Yeah, that match was a waste. I've had better games, or at least closer games from both sides, but that one was pretty boring. Nothing interesting there. And no, I'm not concerned about my rank in this game. It has no value. Just can't wait for this game to be done. I wish Unreal Tournament or Unreal was a thing again, but I doubt it. And no, Fortnite is not really that interesting in my opinion, just because the game is free. Just my personal opinion.
Relax. I've already thought of everything.
Pains me to see that the art style in this game always had the potential, but the gameplay and the monetization, both things, really turn me off. Are there any cosmetics for these characters? No? Too bad.
I will drain the life from our prey. That's all they're good for.
Now that I think about it, if I saw pro players playing an Age of Empires game, you know, the one I mentioned earlier about, you know, multitasking, I think that would be a lot more impressive because you gotta do a lot of keyboard shortcuts and a lot of looking around. It's completely different to this, obviously, but I think that would be a little bit more interesting than this. At least whenever you put your input commands, it is entirely your doing.
Drop
But the
in a
shooting
smoke.
in this game, RNG, give me a break.
Where are you?
Enemy spotted, B. Right here.
Enemy spotted A. Reloading.
Our spike carrier is dead.
Reload.
Oh!
One shot.
I got the
Great.
spike.
Spike planted.
Well, not sure
No
how
peeking.
this game is gonna shape up. On my way to find out.
No, my doing. Don't get back up, sweetheart. Yoru, how'd you get so sneaky?
That's supposed to be
here?
impressive, but
It's
unfortunately I
broken.
don't have. I've already lost feelings to this game, so I have nothing much to say about that.
Right here. I need help.
You know, this tree and the little effects coming from it kind of reminds me of that MMORPG play, the MMORPG that I play, FF14. I'll be playing that game than this.
Many enemies say.
Here. Die.
Placing sentry.
Enemy spotted, A. Idiot.
No peeking. Here, catch.
Enemy spotted, A. Enemy spotted, A. This up right here. Here. Spike planted.
This match seems to be one-sided on our side this time.
Here.
Okay.
Zarko better watch their backs.
When we have a game like this, which is the opposite of the other one, it doesn't change how I feel.
need help.
It doesn't feel satisfying.
Reloading. Reloading.
We're just counting down the minutes, so I don't have to do this game anymore.
I have the spike.
Enemy spotted. C.
I'll find you. Mark
Turn
one.
out.
Recalling my bot. Can't use that yet.
Right here.
Alarm bot out.
Spot planted.
Bring them down.
Bring them down.
They're blind with fear.
Insane. Where are you? Drop in a smoke. Three souls.
Yes, Surzukin, we got 6 more times to do this game after today. 6 more. Welcome back, Surzukin. I despise the bullet climb for this game.
My ult is ready. Reckon
I
we're just
really am. My patience is going more and more thin with this. It doesn't. It couldn't come any sooner, Rugzukin. It couldn't arrive any sooner. And I didn't even realize this little fact, Rugzukin, but this game is on Unreal Engine 4.
They are
And
terrified.
apparently they're gonna bring this game to Unreal Engine 5. Which doesn't change how I feel about this game.
Drop in a smoke.
And it took them 5 years to bring replay to this game. Woohoo!
I'll find you.
Marked one.
I said it before, the devs for this game could have taken advantage of the community. Just like Counter-Strike Source and CSGO, where people can make custom maps. That sort of a thing. But no.
Like I never left.
Planted. Time to jump.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, Ruzukin. This game is not going to be any different to Fortnite. This game is not really going to be much different to Fortnite. It's still going to keep going, but in my personal opinion, these two games are not really that good. I mean, people continue to play these games because they're free,
Nice work, Lan.
among other
All of
reasons.
you.
But they really are not the best gaming has to offer, in my opinion. There are alternatives out there better than this. And sure, some people can say, "Oh, I'm just a minority voice." I'm fine with that. But honestly, there's just other games better than this. In my opinion, Rutsukin, like I have said many times by now, don't listen to the peer pressure. All the things I'm saying right now, Ruzukin, are not sugar-coated. I'm just being... I'm being a bit of a... sort of being cutthroat honest. I'm saying things that are not gonna be enjoyable by other people. But I cannot state this enough. I really don't find this game that fun. The bullet climb, like I said before, Ruzukin, is really not that fun. Oh, good, I got a kill. Oh, that woohoo, got one.
Enemy. Defender.
That's because I'm playing a burst rifle where if you... Because, yeah. And the reaction time is not the problem I have with this game. It's just the gunplay and the gameplay itself. If you play it for yourself, you can tell.
Their lives are so meaningless.
And yeah,
Might
this
as well
game,
give them to me.
compared to the last one, this is one-sided. Yay.
Could have a job.
People say, "Oh, other newer games like my Rivals have problem with matchmaking." Well, this game has the same thing as well. Except the amount of time you gotta spend for each game here is really testing your patience. If you really want to play competitive in this game, be prepared to spend roughly, on average, 30 minutes.
Territory, my rules!
This will not be a surprise, Rukzuk, and you know it's going to be roughly 30 minutes, especially if it's a long game. If it's a very, very, very, very close game, expect an hour.
Marked one. Enemy A.
Rotation.
Impeccable kill.
Okay.
Spike planted.
Bot coming back.
This is just a hoax. This is a hoax.
İyi geceler.
Goodbye. No peeking.
Okay. And shot. Fine. That was just luck. I wasn't even aiming for the head.
Whatever happens, Saki.
That's how it.
Don't
That's the
panic.
bullet climb in this game in a nutshell. If you replay that back, I was not even aiming for the head. I was just, trying to see if a kill is gonna happen.
Right here.
Every time I come back to play this game, I get sleepy
Where are they?
and bored. You be the judge.
No peeking.
I'll find you.
Placing sentry.
Marked one.
Bring them down.
Yeah, this is a very one-sided game compared to the last one. This is not really that interesting. And if they somehow win one round, that's to be expected. Look at that. Not one shot.
Omen killed.
Fun. Not one freaking shot. But now assault rifle of mine.
I got the spike.
You really... The game forces you to get used to how many times you can tap your weapon. Again, to me, that's not fun. And the game is desperately trying to make you like these weapons. Like this one that this player is holding, for example. For me, that doesn't change how I feel about this game. Especially when the core of it is just not fun. You expect me to pay 20-30 bucks for gun skins? Really? So you can't have cosmetics for your characters or agents? No? Okay.
You were so close.
Okay.
That tech is
No,
only
Rukzuk,
as
I haven't
fast as
checked. I haven't
that
gone to the
we have
in-game
some
store
beats.
for this to check out the prices, because I'm really not that interested. But when I looked at, a couple of times online and what people have been saying, the gun skins for this game can go roughly $20, $30, $40. That is greedy, in my opinion. I mean, CSGO or CSGO 1 and CSGO 2 also had the same thing with weapon skins that people buy, but I personally don't see the
out of my way.
interest in it. It's a cosmetic that people can just,
Marked one.
can create at any time. And there's not really much value to it. It can be lucrative business, but again, it's not really that interesting to me.
Careful here.
Placing sentry.
No, my rules. My ult is ready.
Bot coming back.
Adios.
Time to jump.
Hush. My ult is ready. Like I never left.
Did I get at least one kill in this game? 3.
Bring them down.
They're blind with fear.
No peeking. safe.
Oh, we won another one.
Alright, lucky socks.
This is not really
Fail
an
me
interesting game. 8-0, and they didn't win a single round. It would be fun if they had, you know, this was a close game back and forth. But no, this one is very straightforward.
Decoy.
Enemy spotted A.
Marked one. Gotcha.
Yeah, this is basically shredding the entire team. They are not even getting kills. Well, sometimes, but
Cutting through.
Here.
Enemy down.
Spike's down. My ultimate is ready.
Aye.
You had your fun. My turn.
No, my rules.
and this is probably gonna become 9-0. Yep.
This was taken.
Oh, this one is so interesting of
They
a
have
game.
courage, but no one is immune to fear.
Even the mildly interesting plot quests from Final Fantasy XIV, I would rather be doing than this, which is what I'm trying to do off screen at the moment, so I can go to the next expansion. At least experience the beginning of the expansion, then, you know, do everything else just to level up. But I digress.
Mark 2.
My ult's ready. I'll handle this. There.
Miss me? Cutting through. Fake teleport.
Still in sight.
Okay.
Enemy spotted A.
3.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Spike's down.
Time to jump. Fake teleport.
So yeah, Rugzukin, the Dawn Trail expansion that came out last year for
You good, bro?
the Dawn Trail expansion for Final Fantasy XIV came out last year, and I'm at the end of Endwalker. So yeah, I'm pretty much almost caught up. So before this year is done, I will be caught up with the only MMO game that I have in my library. By the way, Rugzuki, you notice? I don't know if you noticed this, but there are a lot of quest markers in the map every time I go from one quest to the other when it comes to the main story. Yes, those are optional, and most likely those will not have voiceovers. But if I'm caught up with everything and I got some time to kill, I might do some of those. They will probably, not all of them will give out certain rewards,
Where are you?
but at least it gives you something to do. I mean, that's the whole point of MMOs. It's supposed to give you
Enemy
things to
spotted
do.
A. Reloading. Bring them down.
Anyone else?
My territory.
I'm not doing a 100% completion run. I'm doing a quote-unquote 100% completion run for the important things. You know, the dungeons, the trials, the raids. You know, the most important bits that, you know, that most other players will do. So in that case, I will do a quote-unquote 100% completion, which is what I've been doing for each expansion. Yeah, those raids that I told you about, those will help you level up, among other things. So yeah, so the game does thankfully help you
Otherwise,
in a way to tell you which is important. Also, Rogzukin, do you remember that Hildebrand character from Final Fantasy XIV that I showed you a couple of times?
Reloading.
Well, we are finally gonna see that character again with his plot armor and silliness soon. The quest chain for that
Jump.
comic relief character is available right now, but I have to do everything else first, so that I don't forget them later. So that'll be the first thing I'll do before I will make my progress to the next expansion.
Reloading.
Pathetic.
Okay, lucky. Oh, I can't climb this? Oh. Okay.
No peeking.
Remember, your weapon is only a tool. You can't just
Okay,
shoot.
15
You
minutes
have
to go
think.
before the top of the hour. Even if it's only 2 hours or Zukin, it's painfully slow. Yeah, this mode is probably my best bet on, you know, killing time.
Time to work.
In a way, I regret doing this game now for money. Because I didn't think it was going to be this bad. But at least I'm almost at the finish line.
Turret out. Turret destroyed.
Cutting through.
How did I not die? Who knows?
I'll find you.
Deleted.
Okay.
Marked one.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Okay, that was a knockout. That was an interesting round. One of the few times where the game forces everyone to use pistols. Why can't the game do something like that to spice things up every once in a while for rounds?
Immortality.
Like
Doesn't
mutators,
have
like
as many
Fragpunk in a
day-to-day
way?
benefits as you
Something to spice things up? No? No? Okay. Because that round, for once, actually made me interested. And it's going back to the usual gameplay routine again. I'm surprised I didn't die on that one. The entire team was going down in that one lane, so that was interesting. And we're back to the same gameplay loop again. Yay.
Many enemies.
60 jet and 25 right now.
You alright? Yes, sir. We could have done
Okay.
Ooh, baby, I love your way every day. Da-da-da. Ooh, baby, I love your way
Now,
every day. Six, seven.
Yo, let's get KJ a kill so she goes 6-7.
6, 7. 6, 7.
Beep.
Yes, they're fond of losing.
Ah, yes.
6,
Reapers.
7.
Ah, yes. Reapers.
KJ, say 6, 7.
If you know where that quote is from, Rugzukin, points to you. That has never slipped from my mind after all these years.
Don't mess with me. Here. Enemy B.
And this should be over in a moment.
Wait, right there, KJ. Where Clovis is where he's at. It's okay.
Go, you got 6, 7.
Popped out. Pick him. Oh my
Predicted
god. 6-7.
The nightmare is over. For them at least.
I'm surprised that worked. That was nothing special. I don't know about you, Ruxukin, but that was nothing special. I just got lucky. I just somehow got the shot in first before that player did. That was a very one-sided game. Nothing much to see there. But we're not done yet, unfortunately. We are not done yet. We got more. Oh, God.
Let's do this.
Chaos looks like a discount Legion from Mass Effect. Or Geth. That was just a lucky shot on that last round. Nothing much to see there, really. I don't know if those players were genuinely surprised I got the kill.
Relax. I've already sorted
eh.
everything.
We're not done. We got another hour and 10 minutes to go. Woohoo! Ah, God. How many comp games he has been now? I'm not really counting here.
Careful of the edges. Not sure if I could catch her in time if you fell off. I mean, I'd try, of course.
Wouldn't it be nice to fight in these different islands for the bomb? No? Okay. Look at the designs for some of these characters. I have to admit, they're great in some of these characters. But again, comes down to the gunplay, which I will never like. How disappointing.
Tremor! Someone's A. Flash out! Reload him.
Turret out.
Ready planet. Worthless.
Reloading.
Here's an interesting question for you, Rugzukin. Hypothetical. If this game didn't have bullet climb, like every time you fire your shot, it goes exactly where you need to go, would you enjoy it more? For me, that would be a small improvement, in a way.
That's done. Enemy down.
I don't... 39. Oh, I just got lucky.
Come on, Jet. Me and you, we never lose. Let's do this.
Yeah, like I said before, I don't like the bullet climb in this game. Basically, every time you fire your gun and every time you fire your gun, it's not accurate. See, look at that. It doesn't go to the same spot at all. See? This is what I talk about bullet climb here, Rugzukin. The bullet should be going in the crosshair area, like that, right? But when she needs to start moving, it doesn't go where it needs to go. No, and that's why I don't like Turbo. That's what I don't like. If this game didn't have bullet climb, you know, RNG, when you shoot, it might make my opinion of this game different. If I would think of this game differently, but that bullet climb alone, when you spray and you move, I really... That just makes me dislike the game more. And it's not fun at all. No matter what people say. It's just not fun. And that's me saying this without sugarcoating things. But yeah, Turbo, it's good to see you again, man. I'm finally Diamond 3, by the way, Turbo. Finally made it to Diamond 3. After you left, Turbo, there are not really that many Spider-Man players in Marvel Rivals. It's just that we don't have players that know how to counter it. So Marvel Rivals is the only game right now that I care about both casually and competitively. So it has its flaws, but certainly more fun than this. Yeah, Turbo. And that's another reason why I don't like this game. That is not my preference of fun at all.
Just feels bad.
Yeah, that's not, to me, that's not fun, Turbo. No matter what people say. No. It's not fun. Like I was saying to Rugzukin and a couple of people earlier, I miss the old FPS games, especially Unreal Tournament when Epic was still making those. Counter-Strike may be better, but I'm not a fan of that, unfortunately. I'll give Counter-Strike credit that it has more quote-unquote things and features that Valorant doesn't have. And I just said the name of this game, which I really don't like. Try not to say the name of this game. But point still stands. At least Counter-Strike has community servers where the modders and the community can create their own maps, just to increase the longevity for this game. Here you can't do custom maps, because they just don't want you to do that. Also, there's no variety at all with these rounds either. They could have, you know, different mutators, you know, pistols only round during round 7 or round 6. Something to make it. They could have done something to make it different, but you know, just to keep it fresh. But no, they don't want to try. They don't want to take risks or try something different. It's always the same thing, more or less. I've heard about Splitgate Turbo, but some people are strongly saying that Splitgate 2 is a downgrade from Splitgate 1. Sort of like how Overwatch 2 is not really that a sequel of Overwatch 1. It's just a reskin with more monetization. I've played Overwatch 2, and I will never play that game. It's never fun. Marvel Rivals has its flaws, like I said. But Marvel Rivals is still the more interesting game to play. And at least you can be more flexible with the roles in that game. Overwatch doesn't let you do that. You wanna have 3 tanks? Cool, you can. In Overwatch? No. It wouldn't surprise me, Turbo, that Overwatch 2 Stadium is a response because of Marvel Rivals' success. But in my opinion, that's too little too late. If it wasn't for Marvel Rivals, they would not be doing different things just to stay relevant.
Fire in the hole!
Overwatch 2 is just not a fun game to play. Overwatch 2 Stadium is just a casual mode. It's not even ranked. Is that right? If that's the case, then I don't regret ditching Overwatch 2. It's not a fun game. Nope. It is ranked. Oh. Well, Doesn't matter. I didn't even if the gameplay was okay, Turbo. This sounds a little shocking to say, Turbo, but the characters did
Keep it
not.
cool.
The characters
That's
in
how you
Overwatch 2
survive.
did not make me care about the game. And the role restrictions. I don't know if there are role restrictions in Overwatch 2 Stadium, but I've already made my decision to not go to Overwatch 2 at all. No.
Good.
Got lucky on that one. Hope you hear what I said, Turbo, there, but I don't regret ditching Overwatch 2 completely. It's just not really that fun of a game. Can you do... Are there any role restrictions in Overwatch 2? Overwatch 2 Stadium? Like you can have 3 tanks? Or is it still restricted to 1 or 2 tanks?
Going up. Careful now.
Oh!
Flash planted. Flash. Buy stuff, ka-ching, little skr.
My rivals in that regard wins, Turbo. You can have 3 tanks in a game if you really wanted to. And that makes it dynamic. But some people don't like that. But in my personal opinion, I'm glad it's an option at the very least. So yeah, it doesn't completely
Time for
trump
a field
Overwatch
test.
2 in a way, but at least it's an option, you know, some flexibility. And I'm glad my rivals, the devs for that game, are not afraid to show up, you know, fan service, femininity, masculinity, and stuff like that. Overwatch kind of plays it safe, from what I've heard.
Ready.
That's kind of boring.
Come on, let's go. Watch your eyes. Ugh. Going up. Embarrassing. Let's go.
Not sure how much of what I said is true, Turbo, but I already got my first impressions of Overwatch 2. Not fun. I didn't even care about the characters. I'm not missing much. Wow, not one of those shots registered. Not one. I only got to do this game 6 more times after today's Turbo. I really don't want to play this game, but once the obligations have been met, Turbo, I am never playing this game ever again. Never. I don't care if Unreal Engine 5 is coming out to this game along with replay. It doesn't change how I feel about the game. The sub-gold count a while ago, Turbo. That's why I'm still playing this game. Very reluctantly. Everything that I'm saying right now, Turbo, is not because of Twitch clips or a video to go viral. I really am not sugarcoating things here, Turbo. I really don't like this game. I dislike it. But at least I don't dislike this game to the point of anger like League of Legends. I had a video editor, well, I had a community member that volunteered to edit the video, but unfortunately that thing is stopped completely because that community member of ours, I guess, is going through some personal problems. So unfortunately that video has not been edited yet. Well, here's the thing, Turbo. Are you a video editor by any chance? You know, putting clips together, that sort of a thing? Because you can see my dislike of League very strongly. I still have the VODs.
Terminated.
Because if you look at the VOD, which is only like 2 to 4 hours long,
Trust me.
or 2 sessions, you can see how I really don't like that game at all. It makes me angry. I was not hiding my facial expressions either. It's a good thing I saved those video VOD files because I didn't know if that was getting completed or not.
Don't overthink it. That's my job.
You should have seen how angry I got, Turbo. I was holding back because I didn't want to say some really bad things, but I was still angry. I was disliking it very heavily. I was gonna make that into a video, but this is the one occasion where I don't want to edit the video myself because I don't want to bring back bad memories. So.
Killed.
Yay. Okay. Well, not one freaking shot. Oh, God, I can't stop playing this game for good. I really am not liking this game at all. Nope. This game's gunplay is just irritating. Even after you master it or get used to it, you still get RNG that's not on your side at times. That's not my version of fun. Nope.
Find the leverage and wedge it open.
The hunt begins!
Fire in the hole!
Finished.
Careful now.
In that case, Turbo, even if there was no RNG, and you have to really gotta get used to the tapping, that I still don't find that fun. It's not fun. Nope. I still don't find the tapping and the strafing in this game fun. There are just other games out there that do it better.
There can only be one hero.
Not to mention the gameplay loop in this is not that exciting either.
Y'all better keep up.
And don't even get me started with how long a regular match is for competitive in this game. At least my Rivals is shorter. Whether it's domination or convoy. This game really tests your patience.
Keep up.
I'd rather play community servers in Counter-Strike than this.
Come on, let's go.
In Counter-Strike, I can have fun. It doesn't have to be the serious game modes like this. It can be, you know, creative maps that the community has made.
Someone's A.
But the devs for this game, they don't want you to have fun, even outside the normal modes they offer. No, no.
Going up.
It's a darn shame, Turbo, that Fragpunk did not take off. I mean, it still has players, but the player count has significantly dipped down.
Finished.
Okay, that was just lucky. That was just lucky, Turbo.
Spike carrier is dead.
That was just luck. Of course.
I hate waiting. Let's do this.
I mean, don't get me. Here's the thing, Turbo. First-person shooters and third-person shooters nowadays are pretty oversaturated, regardless if it's single player or multiplayer. You really need to do something to stick out, which I'm glad Marvel Rivals did. At least they have something interesting to offer. Not just because of the Marvel license, but at least the characters, the art, and everything else is well done.
Quick peeks now.
My biggest gripe about Marvel Rivals right now, besides matchmaking, is the performance. Something about that game is just they can't seem to figure out the optimization for that game. Like it runs hard on your GPU just to get high frames. So, other than that, if the performance optimization was fixed, then the game is solid at least. UE5 and devs, yes, Turbo, exactly, Turbo.
Reloading.
Right planet. Cutting their vision. Enemy spotted A.
Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade. Oh!
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really. I don't know about your Turbo. CD Projekt Red really messed up with Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk 2077 is a disappointment type of a game, and I am talking about post-release here, Turbo. The story overall in Cyberpunk 2077 is disappointing, and if you took out all the side story and all the side content in Cyberpunk 2077, the main story is ridiculously short. And the game is still janky after all the official patches, by the way. They say they're going to release another patch this year, but I bet it's still going to be janky. You still need to put in mods to make the game, you know, quote-unquote decent. Even if the gameplay was smooth, Turbo, the story is still disappointing for me. I don't want to know more about the world. It looks great, but the story is left more to be desired. Really missed potential, Turbo, even if the gameplay was smooth. Very disappointing.
Too late.
One down.
Prepare for hellfire.
That's what I was saying at the time after I completed Cyberpunk.
Stay alive.
Even with all the
want
gameplay
their
stuff
life,
fixed,
not
the
yours.
story is a disappointment. Especially the expansion. Which makes me think. I don't know if Cyberpunk 2, that's what they're going to call it, is going to be any better. And who knows when that's going to be coming out. But everybody's basically going to be wary about CD Projekt Red now. Especially how they botched the launch in the first place. That's something people are not going to forget.
Behind me.
The only big game studio right now I'm kind of looking forward to, besides Clear Expedition 33, is Larian Studios that made Baldur's Gate 3. I hope their next game is going to be more or less an improvement to Baldur's Gate 3 with story, settings, and characters. Because they have the potential to be like Bioware in a way. But we'll have to wait and see. I enjoyed Baldur's Gate 3 and the adventures I did on that game, Turbo. All 200 hours of it. And I did it without mods. Now the game is even better with mods. Awesome. Really? 3 freaking shots. Lovely. Yeah, I don't like the bullet. See, Turbo. I really don't like the bullet climb in this game. It's even if you get used to it, it's frustrating. Yeah, Turbo. That's why I don't like this game. Nope. No. I can't wait to be done with this game. After the obligation is done, Turbo, after 6 more times of this, I'm never revisiting this game ever again. I've said this phrase before, Turbo, and I'll say it again for those of you that are not that haven't heard it. I don't care if you give me all the waifus in a video game or in real life waifus to me. I am never revisiting this game. That's how much I dislike this game.
Enemy spotted mid. Spikes mid.
Yep. Fortnite is still a thing? Pass.
On CT.
Flash!
This might sound sadistic, Turbo, but I have absolutely no feelings for Fortnite at all. I see nothing special with that game. I know you can do different modes or official modes that game has released, but I have no feelings for that game at all. I tried it, and I don't think I'm missing much. In a way, Turbo, I think Fortnite is overrated. I think people are still... I think part of the reason why people are still playing that game is because it's free. I mean, what else is out there that's not Fortnite? I think it's overrated.
I'm the last thing they'll see before they die. Lucky them.
I think some people are just going back to that game because it gets attention sometimes. So finally adding that stuff to the game that people are been asking for. But no, I don't really care about it anymore. I moved on from Fortnite for good. There's nothing in that game for me to see.
Enemy spotted mid.
Cutting their vision.
I still haven't forgotten how Epic decided to put all their efforts into Fortnite instead of, you know, trying Unreal Tournament again, or Unreal, which could have had potential if they tried. But no, most of their profits are coming from Fortnite now. Which I don't think is that interesting of a game, in my opinion.
Going up. Watch your eyes.
It's not a question of if, Turbo, but eventually, I don't know when, but eventually Fortnite is going to shut down. It's not happening anytime soon, Turbo. No doubt about that. But eventually Fortnite is not going to be a thing. Eventually. Something else will come along and Fortnite will no longer be a thing. It's just a question of when. Ah, yes, Turbo, you say never. But it's the same thing people said there was no Half-Life 3, or there was going to be a follow-up to Half-Life 2 Episode 2. And they did brought out Half-Life Alyx. You never know. You never know.
For you, hermanita.
Yeah. Just like how, yep, just like how some people say, oh, there's not going to be a follow-up to Half-Life 2 Episode 2. Not saying in the immediate future, Turbo, but eventually. Eventually it will. It's a given. Eventually it will, at some point. And if it still keeps going after... Even if that game somehow still keeps going after 30 years... Okay? But it's nothing to write home about. Like I said before, I don't think I'm missing anything when it comes to Fortnite. There's just nothing really to see in Fortnite at all, in my personal opinion. What's the most interesting, groundbreaking thing Fortnite has done? Besides Battle Royale? What's the most groundbreaking thing Fortnite has done? Besides Battle Royale. That's nothing new, Turbo. They've that building thing has came out years ago. Unless they did that something different to it this time around. You can build stuff very rapidly, unless they change that or something.
Just me?
But that sounds interesting to me.
Any hush.
The hunt begins.
Enemy spotted mid.
Come on, let's go!
Prepare for hellfire!
Someone's A.
Scatter.
Sides.
My ult's ready.
Yeah, I don't really. Again, I don't think I'm missing out on anything with Fortnite at all. There's nothing. There's nothing for me in that game. I don't regret installing that game all that while ago. I've had peer pressure from a couple people saying I should revisit that game, but I really don't have any. I don't have any desire for that. I don't think I'm missing anything.
Everyone
mean,
makes fun of German efficiency.
The whole crossplay thing
Nothing
also
to
sounds
use on my
promising,
gear.
but again, you basically get your first impression already, and yeah, that's it. Well, I can't wait for this match to be over because I got another 40 minutes left of this nightmare.
Hit them fast, hit them hard.
Blinding.
Nightmare because you still got to do this game 6 more times. You blame me?
Dead.
Okay, that was just luck. One shot. Yay. No offense, Turbo, but even if you gave me 500 euros, Turbo, hypothetically, I'm not playing Fortnite if I get 500 euros. No. And even if you said I'll give you 1,000 euros, no, I still refuse.
Out of charges.
No.
Clearing out.
Yep. Yeah, really don't want to play Fortnite at all. Something about that game is just not fun. I tried the other modes, you know, that you can be creative, but no. No, nothing in that. Nothing about the atmosphere of that game made me care. Rather be doing anything else. And I haven't, and I don't look back. I can't wait for Epic to ditch Fortnite at some point. Maybe in my lifetime at some point, and do something else. Maybe it'll happen 50 years from now. 70 years from now. Who knows? But anything else. Hopefully hopefully Epic will be known for something other than Fortnite. I have to disagree. I don't think it's that goated. There's nothing remarkable in that. It's kind of like Roblox, where you can do almost anything you want. Sort of like VR chat as well. I don't see anything special in that.
Relax. I've already sorted everything.
Hopefully this will be my last game tonight. It's like 1 hour and 25, so I got another, I don't know, 35 minutes to go. So hopefully this will be the last game for tonight's obligation with this nightmare of a game. I'm exaggerating it, but I still don't like this game. Neither Fortnite.
They picked the wrong day to mess with our world.
I'm probably just making stuff up at this point. So, and this is probably gonna make some people cringe, but I'm just gonna say it. Fortnite is to gaming what League of Legends is to gaming.
Let's hold position. Yes.
Yeah, this is almost over.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Gotcha.
Many enemies B.
Right here. See ya.
Okay.
Tell me you call that.
Reloading.
My ballistic setup easy kills. And if they don't, pues, you can't
Okay.
complain if you're dead.
Another 30 minutes of this. It couldn't happen any sooner.
Reloading.
Watch over us, Brimstone.
Okay. This bullet climb of a game is almost over.
Right here.
My ultimate is not ready.
Also, Turbo, if you're still there, Rainbow Six Siege is finally coming out with their big update. It's on Tuesday, June 10th. That day is going to become the make or break moment for me for that game. I am so tired of Rainbow Six Siege at this point. Now I kind of know what it feels for players that played the game originally, and they didn't add that much content as time goes on. The tactical aspect of Rainbow Six Siege always had that nice potential, but my god, the updates that try to add to the game have been very, what's that word? Negligible.
Don't want to take you out, Sage, but I gotta.
They say they've been working on that update for 2 or 3 years. Sounds like it's very underwhelming. You would think after 2 or 3 years they would add a whole lot more. So if that new update is not gonna re-spark my interest in that game after the improvements that they're adding to that, no. Then I'm gonna uninstall that game permanently and I'm not look back. Just like Fortnite, I don't look back on it because I don't think I'm missing much.
Flash! Enemy spotted mid.
Yep, it's gonna be Judgment Day for Rainbow Six Siege on Tuesday. I'm looking forward to it. Have one less game to worry about on my head.
Suppressed.
Enemy spotted B. Right here. Enemy spotted B.
Even if they add more content, I still don't like
body. Yeah.
I still don't like the game. I've already had my first impressions in that
from time to time.
with the main modes and all the other side stuff that you could experience on
They're
it.
losing heart.
Doesn't change how I feel.
I can feel it.
I still think Fortnite is overrated. It's making epic money, but I don't think there's anything you're missing out on with Fortnite. Nope.
Keep doing what you do best.
You see any?
Many enemies.
A game is supposed to get you interested to find out more about everything in it. Fortnite never did that for me. Regardless, even with other friends or people, community members I've had.
Enemy spotted A. Someone's A. No, you don't. Here.
One shot.
Not so tough after.
Okay.
Look, don't start resting. There's still work to do.
If I somehow hear the news on Fortnite finally calling it quits or whatever, 30 years from now, 40, 50 years from now, I'm not gonna feel bad at all. Also, I kind of feel a little bit bad for Bungie. They are a shell of what they're a shell of a former company that they used to be.
Target down. Enemy spotted volley.
I'm kind of surprised in a way that they had the nerve to steal assets from another artist and they didn't take credit for it.
Precise.
I've heard of Diablo and Path of Exile, but I have not played them personally. I have not played them personally. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing, Turbo. I don't have the full story, but apparently it's not the first time Bungie has stolen stuff before in games. Except in Marathon's case, it's front center because the artist basically came out and said, no, they basically copied my stuff and it's the exact same. It's almost an exact match, front and center. And that's a disaster. So yeah, Bungie probably got away with all their previous events being stolen, but this marathon was too big to ignore. I mean, Bungie. I mean, what is Bungie best known right now? Destiny 2, right? Like Epic is known for their Fortnite game, which I clearly don't like. So I tried Destiny 2, by the way, Turbo, but nothing in the world building in that game and the gameplay made me care.
Enemy spotted mid.
If the game doesn't catch my interest without looking up any guides in the first hour, within the first hour or two, then I'm not missing much.
Enemy spotted. Enemy spotted.
If there's something that I've learned is try not to fall for peer pressure. You don't have to like every single game that your friends do, because you may have a different opinion than what they have.
That's done.
No.
We good. We good.
Okay, that was just luck.
Reloading.
Somehow reacted
Don't
to
let
that
a good fight
faster
go
than
to
the
your
other
head.
player. Okay.
Surest way to lose it.
One shot. Lovely.
Taylor, can you drone for me and then I'll go in?
Time for a field test. Alarm bot out.
Three suppressed.
I know I don't have a Diablo game in my Steam library, but Path of Exile, I may or may not have one. I do have a few games in my Steam library, but I'm in no rush to get them. I still have games in my Steam library that I have not accounted for.
You will not kill my allies.
I tried Yakuza 0, by the way, Turbo, but the story and the setting did not interest me at all. It's not for me. So at this point, Turbo, this is what my wish list looks like right now. Jurassic World, I had to have the first Jurassic World, which I did not go thoroughly, but apparently this third game is a huge overhaul, finally, that people have been asking for. I've heard about this Clear Obscure game, but I'm probably gonna remove this game from my wish list soon and just look up the story online, because I'm not gonna pay $65, and who knows, I'm in no hurry to play a game like this. I got too many other games on my in my library now that takes priority. Then there's also Persona 4 and Precinct, which sound interesting, but again, it's not a huge priority. It's just something on my mind. That's it. But yeah, Yakuza 0. I'm not sure if I like the Yakuza games, Turbo. I finally tried Yakuza 0 not long ago, but the plot of the game was really not interesting to me. I know there's a fan base for those games, but I don't think the character and the way that game does is for me. At least I managed to try it, and have an opinion at least.
All missiles away. Ready. Ammunition. Reloading.
We good.
All right, another 20 minutes to go. Another 20 minutes.
They don't have a single life worth saving.
Yeah, here we go. This is another one-sided game here, where I'm sort of alone for the run.
100%. 5 stack B.
Quick peeks now.
After today, Turbo, I probably will just remove Clear Obscure from my wish list and just look up the plot online or something. I don't know if I can commit myself to 50 hours to that game when I got many other games in my Steam library that I still have yet to check out.
This is how it ends.
Still in sight.
Wow. Okay.
Just hold the spike, y'all win.
Cutting their vision.
Reloading. Spike spotted B. Gun here.
Wait, Brim, after the... can one of you guys save the op for me? Reyna, can you give me the op? I'll buy you a Vandal.
You want me serious? You got it.
Need a drop. Thank you.
Alrighty.
When you guys go A, when you guys go A.
It's been a very long time, but I want to bring up Baldur's Gate 3 again because that game really did get my interest going on the plot. It was so satisfying. You know, D&D is something I don't have any idea at all, Turbo. And the fact that I was able to keep going, that says a lot about me, you know, about liking some games, which is very rare. But anyway, take it easy, Turbo. I'm glad to see you again here. And hopefully I can play again.
It's you and me.
Embarrassing. My ultimate's ready.
I'm not gonna go for Baldur's Gate 4 if Larian's not involved, but I'm definitely looking forward to Larian Studios' next game. It's not gonna be Baldur's Gate related, but whatever the next game is gonna be, I hope it's gonna be as interesting as Baldur's Gate 3. I did like the story building, the world building, the story and the characters of Baldur's Gate 3. It was great. I mean, it may not be as golden as say Bioware when they were in their peak back in Mass Effect and Dragon Age, but I hope they will you know, follow up with something just about as memorable as that game. Bioware really didn't care about Dragon Age Veilguard. That is not a Dragon Age game. It's a terribly written game. Why people praising that game, I don't know, but it's not that great. But I digress.
Take it down.
Not one left standing.
Alright, so we got about 15 minutes left, which means I don't have to worry about another competitive game. Thank God. But I'll just...
Yo, everyone go Odin. Everyone play Odin. Everyone. Yo, Bram, play Odin.
I want this to be over.
Someone's B.
We're rotating through mid.
Like butter, baby.
Nature girl down.
Enemy spotted. Attacker spawn.
Watch your eyes!
One player's AFK.
Out of here. My ult's ready.
Watch your eyes!
You will not kill my allies.
Okay.
That's done.
Ollie.
Careful now. I got it.
Yeah.
Ready? Okay.
Oh, almost done?
I need a
Cool.
drop.
cool.
And not a moment too soon. Well, no competitive game after this one. Just gotta... I'm just along for the ride with 7 kills. Okay. I can't wait for this to be over.
No. No.
The defense,
No. There.
could be better.
Launching smoke.
Enemy spotted B.
Right here. Spike planted.
Enemy spotted B.
Gotcha.
Okay, where's Sage? This Scheiße
Yeah.
hurts.
Just a
Okay,
flanking
everyone, take a
maneuver.
test tube.
Nothing
Thank
special.
you. Let's collect samples and get out of here.
Nothing special on that move there. Okay. Just along for the ride on that last game. Alright. One more mode. Just to complete the remaining 10 minutes. Oh, thank God this is almost over. Oh my. Okay. Alrighty, so just waiting for a game. Okay, just waiting for this thing to queue us up. There we go. Perfect. Alrighty.
I am both shield and sword.
Okay. Last game. All right. This will be the last game, and 10 minutes should pass by very quickly. Okay. All right. Just to try to stay awake a little bit, I'm going to look at some articles here. Hopefully gaming related that's interesting. Okay, is there anything interesting? Nope. There's another Borderlands game, but again, not interested. There's a Switch 2 console, but I'm not going for that. No.
Hey, Omen, I respect a guy who knits. It's pretty cute.
It helps me focus. Oh, what do you care?
Okay.
Careful now.
Of course.
Remember, stay out of the fire. Super high level tech to remember,
We're almost done. Almost. And this nightmare again is going to be over. Oh, that'd be nice to go, but no.
Careful now.
My ult is ready. Nightmare, take them!
No charges left.
Reloading.
Where are you? Marked one. Bring them down.
It's a pretty forgettable game right now.
New fight, new tactics, keep it fresh, yeah?
Alrighty.
Shop next door alone. Yeah, you know the.
I am everywhere. Careful now.
Find you.
So, hopefully this will round things up nicely.
Someone's
Remove.
Scatter.
İyi geceler. Bring them down. Healing you. We found one. Take hold.
It was fate.
Be at peace. My ultimate is ready. Your duty is not over.
No! You can do that too! My ultimate's ready.
My ult is ready.
Okay. Just got lucky on that one.
Keep yourself together. You
Alrighty.
can't fall apart now. Erase their sky.
Where are you? On fort. We'll catch them.
Someone's A.
Enemy mid.
Yep. Nope. Pretty forgettable game. And just as if clockwork, this is getting
Find the
pretty
weakest link
close.
and kick him in the shin.
Yep, we're almost done.
Roll for initiative.
Hopefully
Where
this is
are
gonna
you?
be over in a moment.
I've got your trail. Enemy removed.
That was their best.
Oh, I almost missed that shot. Okay.
Yous don't get a reset button, so stay alive, please.
Supervisor Griffin, your presence is requested in executive conference room 4 time.
Through
Almost
the calm,
over.
I see. Through the
Almost
storm,
over.
I fight.
Almost over.
Watching here.
It's almost
Who's
over.
next?
I'll find you.
Scatter.
Joke's over! You're dead!
And done. Yep. Close it. Good. I'm not even looking at the results screen. There we go. Done. Alrighty. Can I close the client now? Nope. Nope. Can I close you now? No. Wow. If I force close the game, Riot Games just freaks out. Oh, that's wonderful. Guess I have to force close it then. There you go. Problem solved. Or not. Nope. Still there. Alright. Oh, thank God it's over. So, yeah, this clear obscure game, probably not gonna seek out on it anymore. It's not just the price tag, but with all the other stuff I gotta deal with right now, I don't think I'm gonna be missing much. So, something to pass. Alright, so I'm gonna look this up. Not on screen here, but I'll look it up on my own time. And, no. Nope. Nope. Nope. Nope. Nope. Nope. Nope. I'm trying to look up this one thing here off screen. Oh, no. There we go. Found it. Found it. So. All right. Gonna remove this game from my wish list. All right, that's one less game to worry about. So, I only have these games on the wish list right now. And now that I think about it, I'm not in a hurry to play AVGN anymore, so I can get rid of that. I don't think I'm missing much. So that's one less game to worry about. And with that being said, we've got 1 hour left to kill. I do have an additional 20 minutes, but I'm not really sure what could be fun to do with 1 hour to spare. And the problem is Void Crew takes an hour or more to do. Sea of Thieves takes just about as long. Final Fantasy also takes just as long. I could revisit Planet Side 2, but there hasn't been any significant updates in that game, so I'm not really missing much. I have kind of grown tired of that game at this point. There hasn't been any significant news either of new stuff being added to that game either. All we've heard was they added that new assault base, and that's it. Nothing else. It has been eerily quiet. And I think the only thing I can think of is, besides Kanga and... Oh, I think the only thing we'll do is probably... I mean, I could do Other Side. I've given up on Phasmophobia completely. So the Other Side is the only clone of a Phasmophobia game that I might be interested in. So, but I'll save that for maybe tomorrow or something if I'm still in the mood for it. So that probably leaves us with the Rivals game then, because it's at least it can be very quick. Speaking of City Skylines, has this game gotten any better with the updates? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt this game has gotten better. It's still buggy as heck after all this time. Oh yes, the market, they don't have Steam Workshop. Oh yeah, I'm not even gonna worry about that game. Yeah, that's pretty bad. All right, with that being said, so when it comes to Rivals, it still is a decent game in my book. It's not without its flaws, but it has entertainment value, at least. Okay, so yeah, probably going to be doing some bonus here. I don't think we'll have time to do the competitive mode with this, but at least I'll do some practice game with Red Raccoon. At least get some experience. Okay, here we go. We're gonna launch the game. Yep. Okay. So we're going to be doing some bonus Rivals, probably no competitive, but at least I can do some quick plays at least with Raccoon. The only hero in the game right now that I want to practice, regardless if I win or lose a match. As a healer, it's satisfying when you do get pocket heals and your teammates are doing everything they can to try to win a match. But it can be very frustrating when they don't do anything. Alright, nobody's playing this game today. No. Nice to see making progress to GM2. Nice. Yeah, I don't really see many people from my past playing this game as much anymore. I'm not surprised. It's not easy to... It's very unlikely to see people still play this game after all this time. But anyway. Alright. Time to do some Raccoon.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Who are you calling a raccoon, huh?
Time for some raccoon.
Sir. You wanna see that?
Gotta love it when they spam the mics.
We guard the galaxy, sure. But sometimes we take stuff other people are guarding.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
My turn now! You can't have my new arm, Rock.
Oh, we have 3 healers. Okay.
Heal me, boy.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Space, I can protect, but add time to the mix and things get tricky.
Can someone exterminate these robotic
You're
events?
welcome. Some assistance, please. Healing.
Battlefield ready again. No more worries about
I suppose
spiders.
that helps.
My cosmic might returns. I'll patch you up. Healing power.
Systems rebooting.
I'm hunkering down. Some kind of spider nest here.
This is gonna hurt.
Okay.
Friend has risen. Yeah, can I have my body back now? Please. The cosmos heal. No, you're ready for
Maximum pulse!
Good to go.
Yep.
Relay deployed. It ain't cheap.
If you wish to survive,
Yeah, this respawn range for the beacon is very limited.
Don't mind me.
I didn't really think it was that limited, but finding that hard to avoid halfway now. Okay.
must be praised.
This is gonna hurt.
Healing power.
Heavy weapons.
I'll patch you up. I feel better already.
Extermination!
On the move again.
Well, okay.
Some kind of spider nest.
Yeah, there's really not a lot.
You're ready for
not
action.
a lot of kills happening right now.
Go.
I have finished the job for you.
Yeah, there's not a lot of kills.
No more
happening.
spiders to worry about.
Wow, this
I'll
is
patch you up.
not very exciting.
Locked and loaded. Just need
Little
a
spider
target.
creatures. How curious.
I'm
I
doing
have
this
found more
my
life
way.
when cosmic might return.
I am ready to put on a
This is
show.
real firepower.
I have some
Spiders to
aid.
worry about.
Protection will not last.
Wow, the Punisher did not get a kill.
You're ready for action.
Punisher did not get a kill. Wow.
Heals you.
Armed and dangerous.
Fucking hurt.
Yeah, it's just
Again. Again.
yeah, it's pretty bad.
Fast! Great!
Yeah, not one kill.
Armor patch here. Pay up.
Systems rebooting.
Just like Valorant, you can have some
You're ready for action.
bad
My
shit
cosmic
as well.
might returns.
Ultron virus reinforcement. Go, my children. Ultron virus.
Rise, my friends.
Maximum pulse!
You're welcome.
I'm shivering.
Those beings appear to be
Yeah,
hostile.
they are. For this group is not very good.
Go, my children.
I'll patch you up.
Repairs are in order.
This is not
Team
very
play.
good.
That's
Oh,
me.
they're finally a kill.
Those strange little spiders.
Yeah, this is not very.
Systems rebooting.
You're ready for action.
Go, my children.
All right. Ha.
I'm doing this my way.
Are we finally gonna touch
Found a
point?
spider nest. Watch your step.
Only 60 seconds left.
Hey up! Team player, that's me.
Whoa! Point now.
Imagine what you can do
Forever.
8 elements!
And to add insult to injury, Winter Soldier wasted their kill on me.
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
Yay, we made it.
I was as adored by the heroes of Midgard as you are, little one.
Armor packed here! Pay up! Armed and dangerous! Ha! Much better. Relay deployed! It ain't cheap! See? I'm flocking helpful!
Looks like our team switch up must have finally paid off, huh?
I'll patch you up!
Go, my children.
Move this vehicle along.
Relay deployed! It ain't cheap!
Alrighty.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
This is my unnatural song.
Look over there.
You're ready for action!
Needed that boost. Watch out, these fighters detonate.
That fucking hurts!
I shall try for the victory. Ultron is trying.
It's spider time! Turn back now.
Armored up!
Okay.
You're ready for action!
Energy levels rising.
3, 2,
Maximum! I have suffered severe damage.
That's funny.
See? I'm flocking
You want
helpful.
to stay safe, squirrel? Stick with me.
You would have failed without me.
I'll patch you up.
I'm good to go.
The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Thanks.
I was always coming back for you.
I'll patch you up.
Right,
Much
Barnes?
better. Yeah.
Energy levels rising.
Farewell.
You're ready for action. See? Leave this one to the rodents, okay? Armor packed here. Pay up.
Wow.
That's it. Don't
Now
let
we're
anything
kicking
stand in
ass.
your way.
Okay. Was not expecting this turn of events. It's working. They have 2 healers, but it's not working.
I have suffered
You're ready
severe
for
damage.
action.
Need some ranged firepower.
This is real firepower.
Go, my children.
Armed and dangerous! Again! Battlefield ready again. Again!
Systems rebooting.
You're welcome.
Go!
Yeah.
My children.
Get that vehicle moving again.
Well, okay.
Okay. Another 2 long minutes to make it to the end.
Much better. You ain't got rid of me yet. You're ready for action. Relay deployed. It ain't cheap. My good deed for the day.
Okay.
Get that vehicle moving again.
I'm good to go.
That fucking hurt.
Feels good when playing a game that's...
I'm doing this my way!
Team player. That's me.
Termination.
Night.
Feels good to be playing a game that's not the obligatory game.
So close. This is your
patch
big
you up.
chance.
You want to stay safe, squirrel? Stick with me.
Assemble!
Never miss!
You're ready for action.
Only 60
there it
seconds
is.
left. Get that vehicle moving
There's
again.
enough time for one more fight. If that's gonna be enough.
You're welcome.
In front. Prepare yourselves.
Come back here.
No giving up. We still got some fight. Relay deployed.
Armed
This is real power. Well, okay.
And there it is.
Time is of the essence. I have suffered severe damage.
You're ready for action.
again.
Well, at least we made some progress. Till this. I don't think we're gonna be able to touch it.
space.
Oh, here we go.
Again.
Not the squirrel girl I was expecting. This is real firepower. I'll patch you up.
You have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Team player, that's me. Quail, you got one. I can't believe it.
Wait, that actually worked?
Felt worse about a win.
That actually works. That's beautiful.
Another epic
Okay.
victory.
I thought that was going to be a loss, but I'm glad somebody decided to do the portal there. Yeah. The only kill was against Winter Soldier. That's it. Kept everybody alive. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'm not really sure if there's anybody that's going to be coming online to play tonight for this Rivals game just for like a little bit, but I'm starting to get a little tired here. Not because of this game, but well, partially it's because of that obligatory game that we did, and it was a long day today. So I might as well just take it easy or something. If anything, stopping this early for like a little bit, normally like I normally would, we can probably do some progress on Final Fantasy 14. For those of you that are huge fans of Final Fantasy 14, the long story short is I finally made it to the end of main Endwalker. We still got the post Endwalker quest to do, but I got all these role quests and all these other little things to do that that have to be done off screen. I'll save the best ones for later, but we're not quite done with that game just yet. So yeah, I think most people are asleep, or the ones I know of are offline right now, or just taking it easy. And I might wrap things up earlier than I normally would, because I was hoping to have done something extra for the next hour here. But it's okay to sleep early sometimes, or just end things a little bit earlier. But that's okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna wrap things up here. Yeah, because playing that obligatory game has continued to test my patience again. Well, at least I don't have to do that. I only have to do that 6 more times. Well, anyway, I'm gonna do that Final Fantasy 14 game off screen just to make some progress. So it's been fun. I'll see you guys again tomorrow.